So after years of surging violence, Baltimore's top prosecutor says the tide is finally turning, and he knows why. Because he's been targeting repeat violent offenders and then keeping them off the street. Ivan Bates' office helped drive a 22% drop in homicides compared to last year, and he joins me now. Well, Ivan, so good to hear this story. And just because you realize that the same people are committing crime after crime, did you realize you'd have this type of impact simply by making them pay for their offenses?
Well, first of all, I want to say good morning to you and everybody. But we did. You know, for me, it was very important. Hold violent repeat offenders accountable, especially with illegal handguns. We had too many murders, 300 plus murders for 8 years straight. That's a terrible number to have. If you lock up violent repeat offenders, you hold them accountable. We invoke the mandatory minimum that allows it under the law 5 years without the possibility of parole. There's no discretion. The judge must give a violent repeat offender 5 years. You send them to jail. When you send those individuals to jail, the community is safer at that moment in time, and they can get themselves together, but they will be held accountable.
So when I look at attorney generals in New York, Alvin Bragg, when I look at Chesa Boudin, who was ousted in San Francisco, the one that just lost an election over in Los Angeles, they had a different philosophy. They had a philosophy that life is unfair to minorities, so let the legal system pull back and allow them, I guess, to have some transgressions. And the results have been catastrophic.
Yeah. Well, for us, we realized it's about the victims. When you look at the victims, a number of the victims within the community were also minority and African Americans, and they have a right to be safe and free in their house. We wanted to make sure that everybody, didn't matter your race, didn't matter where you're from, everybody has a right to be safe. And it wasn't a Democrat, it wasn't a Republican issue, it was a people issue. At the end of the day, there were too many murders, too much violence, and we need to make a change.
So what you're seeing now is people paying the price. And look at some of these numbers. There's 2,129 violent offenders sent to prison. 64% homicide cases are closed. Non-fatal shootings down 19%. 44% non-fatal shooting cases closed. That's another important thing. I keep hearing that investigations aren't taking place. Victims feel as though if I pick up the phone and call 911 or follow up, no one's going to hunt these people down anyway, so why do I bother? You have a different cycle. It's since we know there's accountability, victims feel empowered to go to you and tell you their story.
1,000%. But we had to come and build relationships. We built relationships with the police department. We had to build relationship with our federal partners. And those relationships working together collaboratively, that's what's getting the job done. Everybody working together.
And isn't minorities oftentimes, the stats show, victims of these crimes? So if you're trying to show a heart for inequities that might have existed in society, you're actually hurting the people that you're trying to help?
Well, exactly. I go in the community all the time. Doesn't matter what part of the city I'm in. People deserve to be safe. Does not matter where you're from. But, you know, I go to church here in the inner city, and one of the things I realize, older individuals in the city, our older adults are terrified to go to the evening service, and that was terrible. So we needed to make sure that we do something to keep them safe. At the end of the day, safety is the #1 thing that we're focused on, and we've been able to be pretty successful thus far. We still have some work to do, but we're moving the right direction.
And lastly, and who knows if the president's watching or the White House is watching, you know, crime it's still a problem, but you're getting on top of it. But what's your message to President Trump? Do you guys need any federal help, whether it's FBI, ATF, Border Patrol, or anything? Do you need any help from the federal government?
Well, we're working very closely with all the federal agencies. But one of the things that I do know, our governor has also recently deployed some of the state police in our city. We're working together. We can always use the financial support, the financial help, but we're moving in the right direction. We're moving together as a team. And my thing is, when we're moving the ball down the field, let us score, because we're going to win.
I love the sports analogy, right up my alley. Ivan Bates, the Baltimore City State's attorney, doing great things. Thanks so much, Ivan.
Thank you. Have a great day.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.